Okay, so real question. When Tony Stark says, Jarvis, lock down the lab, and Jarvis just does it, were you watching a movie, or were you writing a life plan? Because same. I was 12, watching Iron Man, eating Maggie, and I genuinely thought, bro, this guy has a private AI butler. That is the goal. That is the only goal. Fast forward to today. Everyone's hyped about AI. ChatGPT this, Gemini that. But your AI still just types back at you. Slowly. Like a shy intern on his first day. What if I told you you can actually build something Jarvis level? Right now. On the phone in your pocket. No degree. No server room. No Tony Stark money. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video you're gonna understand exactly how this works. And honestly, you might just do it this way. Look, I get it. You're probably the kind of person who has 47 browser tabs open and still opens a new one to Google something you already Googled yesterday. You forget alarms. You forget calls. You forget where you saved that one important file. And your phone, this 15,000 to 1 lakh machine, sits there doing absolutely nothing useful except killing your screen time and your attention span simultaneously. Your phone is smarter than you think. You're just too lazy to find out. Right now, 99% of people are using their phones as a consumption device. Scrolling, watching, reacting. But there is a 1%, and I'm going to show you exactly what they know, that has turned their Android into something that looks like it came straight out of a Marvel movie. I'm talking about a personal AI that listens to you, executes your commands, automates your life, and runs entirely offline, no subscription, no data leak, no monthly bill. And the craziest part? There are actually 5 different ways to do this. Most people only know one. The one nobody talks about is the most powerful. I'll get to that, but first, let me show you something that will take you exactly 10 minutes. Yes, this video is exactly what the title said. I am going to show you how to build your own Jarvis on your phone, starting from absolute zero. Here's what most people think. AI is complicated. You need to code. You need a server. You need money. It's for tech guys. But the truth? Building your own Jarvis is not a technical challenge anymore. It is a knowledge challenge. The tools exist. The AI exists. The only thing missing is someone walking you through the full map, from the easiest starting point to the most advanced build. Nobody has done that in one video. Until today. Here's exactly what we're covering. Level 1. You transform your phone's look in 10 minutes. No code. Level 2. You give your phone actual voice commands. Still no code. Level 3. You plug in a real AI brain. Getting interesting. Level 4. You break the glass. Your AI starts controlling your phone. Level 5. You build a full automation system. This is where Jarvis becomes real. 5 levels. 1 video. Let's start at the bottom. Okay, we're skipping level 1 for a second. I'll come back to it, because I want to start where things get actually useful. Level 2. Apps. There are apps on your phone right now that let you control it with your voice. Like JAS Artificial Intelligence, which provides an Iron Man UI, and we can control our phones by voice command, but yeah, it is a bit complicated for setup, like I face problems when I try to set up it. So for this, next is our homie Google Assistant. Just simply open Google and enable voice support, and just you are done now. Every time you whisper hey Google, it summons. But there is a problem. You can't do minute works from it, like control your phone in a molecular level. For this we have Voice Access app from Google LLC. You can download it from Play Store and just start controlling your phone on a whole different level. And seriously, you can literally do anything without even touching your phone. This is real functionality. Your phone is literally obeying your voice commands. That already feels like science fiction to most people. But, and here's the thing nobody says in these app reviews, these apps are cages. Fancy cages, but cages. They do what the developer decided. You cannot change the logic. You cannot add your own commands. You cannot make it remember things your way. It's like hiring someone else's assistant and telling people they work for you. Now, level 1. The one I promised in the first 30 seconds. 10 minutes. No code. Complete transformation. Launchers. There are launchers on the Play Store that completely replace your phone's home screen with a JARVIS-style HUD interface. Like Jarvis Astra Epic Launcher. Strip High-Tech Launcher. High-Tech Circuit Launcher, and yeah, there are dozens of apps like these on the Play Store, as you can see, so install one of these. And I'm not exaggerating, your phone looks like Tony Stark's operating system. Holographic UI. Glowing panels. The whole thing. So congratulations buddy, now you have a full customized Jarvis UI phone and voice command also. But does this make your phone intelligent? No, and here's the psychology. Actually tech. See, environment shapes identity. Research consistently shows that when your workspace looks like a professional builder's setup, you start behaving like one. You stop doom scrolling. You start experimenting. Think of it as your first commit. The moment you change the environment, you change the mindset. And mindset is what makes everything else in this video possible. Plus, be honest, it looks absolutely insane. So, you've got the look, you've got basic voice control. Now we add the brain. Level 3, AI tools. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity. You already know these names. You've probably already used them. These are not just chatbots, these are the actual reasoning engines that can understand complex instructions, plan multi-step tasks, write code, analyze information, and think through problems intelligently so you can use their voice commands for whatever you have to ask, and you have to do like image generation asking questions. It's way beyond anything a launcher or a voice app can do. But here's the brutal limitation. And this is the insight that separates the 1% from everyone else. These AI tools are locked inside their own app. They can answer your question. They can help you think. But they cannot set your alarm. They cannot send your SMS. They cannot control your phone. It's like having the smartest person in the world sitting in a glass box. Brilliant mind. Zero reach. We have the look. We have the voice. We have the brain. But the brain is trapped. Now for the biggest surprise of this video, here's how we break the glass. What I'm about to show you is the reason this video exists. Because without this next level, everything above is just decoration. That was your first mistake, thinking this needed expensive hardware or a computer science degree. It doesn't. Level 4 proves it. So the softwares are Termux, Claude Code, and Codex. Let's start with Termux because this is the one that changes everything. Termux is a full Linux terminal running inside your Android phone. No root, no jailbreak. You install it like a normal app from F-Droid, and suddenly your phone has a complete programming environment on it. Inside Termux, you can run Python. You can run Whisper, that's the offline speech-to-text AI. You can connect a local language model directly to your phone's functions using something called Termux API. And now, that AI brain we talked about in level 3 is no longer in a glass box. Can now send your SMS, set your alarms, read your notifications, automate tasks, all triggered by your voice. Claude Code and Codex make this even more accessible. They let you write and debug code using AI assistants. Even if you've never written a single line of code in your life, these tools can help you build the logic that runs your Jarvis. This is the inflection point. Every level before this gave your phone a feature. It starts doing things, not just responding to things. That's not a voice assistant anymore. That is the beginning of Jarvis. And if you thought that was powerful, the final level is what happens when you stop giving Jarvis commands and start letting Jarvis make decisions on its own. Final level. And this is where the word assistant becomes too small. Level 5 systems, AI agents, automation, and workflows. N8N, Zapier, Make.com. These are visual automation platforms. You seriously don't need to write code, you just have to drag blocks, connect them, and define logic. When I say this, do this, then check that, then notify me here. Multi-step, conditional, automated, running silently in the background while you're asleep. Now plug an AI agent into these workflows. An agent is a model that plans, decides, and takes actions across multiple steps. It can browse the web, write content, send emails, update your calendar, search your files, and do all of it in a chain without you triggering each step manually. Here is what that looks like in practice. You say, prepare my client follow-up. Jarvis reads your last notes, drafts a message, checks your calendar, schedules a reminder, sends the draft to your email for review. All of this from one sentence. And yeah, that is not a voice assistant. That is an actual personal AI operating system. And it runs on the phone in your pocket. Now for the final piece, how do you actually start? So here's the full map one more time because I really want this burned into your memory. Launchers, you change the environment. Identity shift. Apps, you add real voice control. First, functionality. AI tools, you plug in genuine intelligence. The brain arrives. Softwares, you break the glass. The brain gets hands. Systems, you build the whole operating system. And the Jarvis is alive. Now, I showed you the wide angle today, the full picture, the complete map, because you can't walk a road you can't see. But here's the thing, a map is not the territory. The real build, the actual step-by-step, the research I did before making this video, the mind maps, the blueprints, the sources, the full breakdown of how I structured every single level you just watched. That's all sitting in my Telegram channel. And it's free. It's always going to be free. The link is in the description. Join right now before you close this tab and forget. Because the people who join are the ones who actually build. The ones who don't, they'll watch another 5 videos and still not start. Don't be that person. And if this video gave you something, hit the like button. Not for me, for the algorithm. Because when you like it, YouTube thinks you learned something, and it shows this to the next person who needs it. That's how we grow this thing together. That's all for today. See you in the next episode.